Hello everyone and welcome to the Satisfactory video where I'll be talking about what type of game it is, what you can do in it, and some of the story without any major spoilers. We'll just be talking about the beginning stage of the game and some of the base mechanics. In the video description you can find some links to the YouTube channel from the developers of the game, their Discord and their store pages of course, so you can go on wishlist or buy the game whenever you want through those links. Or join the Discord and ask the developers any questions you might have about it. I will also timestamp everything in the video description, so if you're looking for anything specific, you can just skip ahead to that point. As per the Steam page, Sands of Aura is an open-world action-adventure with a fantasy setting of a realm in its twilight. A world buried beneath the sea sand. Sail across the sandseas to return life to a dying world, and an unforgettable experience that is equal parts engaging story and unrelenting Souls-like combat. The game is releasing today on October 27th and has been in development since 2016 when it all began. You start the game as a knight-to-be who is training and proving themselves to join the Remnant Order. A order that is set to help and protect the good people of the world of Telemel. As with any game, you start by creating your character, of course. There are some basic options you can choose from, like body type, hair, beard styles, colors for either skin or hairstyles. But you can also choose your starting weapon here, which I should mention, you can get a different weapon type during any point of the game after the tutorial anyway. So it doesn't really matter too much which weapon style you choose to start off with, because you can switch after the tutorial at a forge. But there's a bunch of different options. You have one-handed fighting, two-handed fighting. You have a glaive style, spears. There's a lot to choose from and a lot of customizations you can do with it as well. Like you can choose a different pommel, codex, you can choose a different head, like for example an axe or a mace or a spear point. The customization on the weapons is really cool, and every single choice you make during that customization will have a different effect on your playstyle and on how much damage you'll do or what type of effects you might apply to the enemy. During the tutorial part of the game, you'll be in Melgam's Cavern. You can find a few tutorial markers on the ground there, which will lead you through all the game mechanics and tell you something about them. You can also access these in the menu as shown in this video, and so you can read all of them at a later date if you wish. In the cavern you will find your first resonance bell. This is where you can respawn if you die, or when you interact with it, it will reset the world in a Souls-like fashion by respawning all the enemies, healing you, and giving you your healing bells back. One of the Remnant Knights and your mentor will give you a quest in here to find you an item allowing you access into the cistern, as you will need to get access to the water supply after a massive fire has destroyed the church, and in trying to save as much as they could, they use all the water they had. After that point, you will find some enemies where you can practice your attacks, as well as tutorials on how to block, dodge, and parry your opponents. There will be a shortcut you can unlock to go back to the mentor, and you will also be able to find your first set of armor within this cavern. So make sure to open up all the chests you find in this part of the game, because it is extremely helpful for the next part. Upon finding the item that you need, you will fight your very first boss within the game, which can be fairly easily dealt with if you have practiced your different abilities and if you followed along with the tutorial. And after you've beaten the boss, you are now ready to head out of the cavern, and after a short interaction with your mentor, you can freely move around the world and explore the world of Telemel. The starting island at which the cavern is located is called Starspire. Starspire is the main hub when it comes to buying and selling goods, crafting and upgrading your weapons and armor, and most of the story missions will either begin or end within Starspire. You will find a bunch of useful items here, like for example the pickaxe. This will help you get glint, which is the world's currency, and also other items that you need for upgrades. Some important places in Starspire are a bar where you can buy brews. These are basically potions or buffs that you can apply to your character. They will also have debuffs, so do be careful about those. But some of them will do more normal damage or swing your weapon faster, but at the same time they will lower your health by like 10%, for example. There also is the trader, Galina. You will see her in the beginning of the game. She will sell you a bunch of useful items and talismans, and you can upgrade her store, allowing her to sell more to you later on in the game. There is also the priestess. After doing a short quest for her, she will allow you to use the talismans that you can buy from Galina or find within the world. There's about 30 or more of them, so you better find them all. And these talismans will help you become a lot stronger, obviously. Another important location, and probably even one of the most important of the ones here, is the forge. The forge will allow you to craft and upgrade your weapons and gear. And then there is also, after one of the main quests, a rune carver, which will also be extremely helpful in making you a lot more powerful. I will also be making some more videos on Sansevara about, for example, how to craft, upgrade weapons and gears, and of course a lot more. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Now the only thing left for this video is for me to help you get off the island and explore the world. The Grainwake is a desert sailing boat that will allow you to travel the world to different islands in the world. Some are for the main story missions, but there's also a bunch of them where you can follow the quest line and find some useful items. After finding one of these islands and docking, you can also fast travel back to previously discovered islands. So you do not have to sail around from island to island every single time. If you just quickly want to go back to the main island, you can just use the fast travel feature near one of the bells. And that's all for now. Again, make sure to subscribe to the channel, as I will be doing more guides and tips and tricks videos on Sansevara. Please let me know what type of guide video you would like to see next. And also, please let me know down below in the comments section what you think of the game. If the information I provided to you was useful to you in any way, shape or form. Or perhaps you have played the early access version of the game already and you have some ideas you would like to share to your fellow players that might help them in their adventures. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Have a wonderful day. Don't forget to hit that like button and I hope to see you all in the next one.